What's good, chat? I'm back. I am back. I'm back. All right. Live with All right, chat. Here's what we're gonna do. In 30-ish seconds, I don't know. I want to give them a second. I'm in the terminal with the Hyperfy team. They're here. They're ready. I finally figured it out. My bad for being retarded. But for a little bit of background knowledge, Hyperfy launched, I think, yesterday. It's this really sick AI metaverse product is built out all in the browser, like AIO, all in one project. It's really fucking cool. And Shaw is involved, I think, at some level. I don't know a ton about it. Hyperfy is the future. Full interview. Fix the Twitch link. I fixed the title. I think they minted their NFTs like a long time ago, but as far as the actual yeah, so oh wait, I think I spelled this shit wrong. Damn, I think I spelled their name wrong. All right, cool. But I'm basically in this in their like metaverse with them, and it's pretty fucking sick, to be honest with you. So what I'm gonna do here in just a second is I'm gonna let everybody load up, and then I'm gonna jump in there and we're gonna chat with the team. So sorry about the technical difficulties. I fixed it. It took a second. It was a little bit messy, chat, but I think this is one of the coolest projects in the fucking game right now. I'm looking forward to this for a while. Instantly, I jumped right on it. Shout out to Shaw, makes magic. I sent him a DM. I told him I wanted to do this interview, and in 2 seconds, he threw me into the chat. He ripped it. He set it up. He got us hooked up on this thing. So, chat. Sorry, I was a little clunky. Can I get some W's? We're gonna talk to him right now. Can I get some W's? We're gonna talk to him right now. 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 I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this. It's gonna be a fucking good one. Thank y'all for supporting me on a little bit of chaos. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for locking in with me. This is the Hyperfy team, and we're gonna pop into the fucking metaverse, chat. Let's get it. Yo, mic check, mic check.
Hey.
Y'all hear me?
Yo, what's
man.
up?
Sick. I heard you say that I spelled it wrong on Twitch. I fixed it, but we are live on stream right now. We're here. Good to meet y'all. How are you guys doing?
How's it going?
Chilling. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is fucking sick. GG
Yeah, you should put on
as well. I love it.
Thanks. It's our friends who made this place. But we got you a Peter Griffin avatar, so if you just click on it here,
Try
you should.
or equip or try on.
Yeah. Equip. Either one works.
Oh, let's fucking go.
Yeah, and then that'll be your chair, and we got like cameras set up.
Let's fucking go. This is so. Explain to us what is this? Like, where am I right now? And who are you guys?
Ash, you could take that. But wait.
Yeah.
Before we do this, let me just say like shift 1 is gonna give you the view of all of us. Shift 2 is
nice.
like view on yourself. Shift 3 view on me. Shift 4 view on him, and that's it pretty much.
And also, we just threw this together in like the last 15 minutes. So if something goes wrong, don't at me.
You do this together, this little this room in 15 minutes?
Just all the setup with the cameras and everything.
It's just been a while since we used this.
Also, chat,
for
I
these
specifically
purposes.
requested a Peter Griffin, and they just like ripped this thing. This is
Yeah, we got people to make it for us.
I think
It's
shift
fire.
1 is the best, the full view with everybody.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, you're in Hyperfy right now. We're on the web, and basically anyone has a link, and they can jump into things like this. They can do it on desktop. They can do it on mobile. You can do it in VR, like I am. And it just kind of works. And people use it for all sorts of things. So we've got like a huge community of like amazing content creators and people using it for all sorts of things like virtual production, podcasts like this, building little games, like NFT based stuff, live events, DJs, live streaming. We got a whole bunch of like tech for doing kind of live events with lighting and all sorts of crazy cool stuff. And yeah, and that's kind of it in a nutshell.
Yep. Ash is like the giga brain behind all this, and he's crazy, and like he's been working on this for like since late 2021, and the whole time he's had like a 9 to 5 and stuff. And we tried to do NFTs, but it was very limiting. Like you just couldn't get a lot of creators in when you got like limited worlds and stuff like that. So we're just trying to open it up for people so everyone can, do what they want.
Explain to me how the NFT side of things worked, and like I guess like what you've been working on since 2021. Like how has this project evolved?
You want to go?
Yeah, so we started off as NFTs in like 2022 at like the bottom of the bear, and we did pretty well, and like we kind of like got the community and stuff like that in and doing whatever, but it just kind of like I think is really limiting like that whole idea of land-based stuff that was happening around the time. And so I think what ended up happening is we've essentially built like the best tech ever, but no one can use it because it's all locked behind like NFTs and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we sold like 2,000 out of 10,000, kind of. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep. And then we were just chilling, whatever. Kept building. People, cared less about the metaverse or whatever, and we were just trying to figure out how to pivot it so that everyone could use it.
And this is something I've been in this space for like a decade now, building anything related to metaverse, which apparently is like a bad word now because I think a lot of people kind of like ruined that name. But yeah, I mean, like this has just always been the end goal, is just to create like this new digital layer on the internet. I'm kind of like biased towards doing everything on the web because you can do it instantly. It's way more secure, it's more open and stuff like that.
So to get into here, you basically sent me. By the way, I can't sit still. This shit is so funny. I love how like the chin moves when I talk to. So you sent me like basically just like a URL, and I popped in here, and then earlier today Frank was like, "Yo, you gotta like check this website out," and so I popped into the website. I think I joined one of the racing games, and I mean, the shit fucking works. The tech, it works. It exists. I was in there. I was fucking around. I was racing. I was driving a little Porsche. Like, I guess what is live right now, and how does that functionality work? What can you do? Like, everyone in chat is like, how do I, like, where's the link? How do I play? Like, what can I do? Like, talk to me about that. Like, what's live right now? What exists? What can you do?
What you're talking about with the cars, like we basically got this crazy system where if you own a world right now, you can like you press tab and then you like add a car in, and then you configure that car however
What do you mean by if
like.
you own a world?
Well, the NFT, but
Got it.
that's getting switched up soon. We're just working on getting like the ELIZA stuff out first before we like let more people in. But that's how it's basically going to work for everyone. Is it like you have like this car app, it has all these different configurations you can tweak and stuff to make it feel like the car that you are like using, and then you attach a 3D model to it and like some tires and stuff, and you can just build whatever you want without code. And we got the same thing for like weapons and like guns, swords. What else we got? We got just like a ton of apps. Like we were watching your stream in here earlier, like the web view, like stuff like that. That's a little bit easier. But
yeah, while we were prepping, we had it all up on here, but I think we removed it just before.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. So you essentially can customize like your own world with anything, no code.
Right. So the thing that we're working on right now is like it should be like today or tomorrow or something like that, is it's the ELIZA app. So it's just like the car app, no code. You just like bring it in and configure your Eliza.json or whatever, and then
We're doing like the first step of getting agents into Hyperfire, and we're starting with Eliza and kind of making it like really super easy.
So how's that gonna
'cause
work?
tech
Like,
is
what would that
just
like
so good.
practically? What would that like look like?
If basically if you have an Eliza agent that you're already running, and like there's a lot of them, if you have some kind of avatar like the ones that we have, and you can give that avatar a body, you can basically bring them into a world. And we're
Wait,
doing
how are you
like an
moving your
initial
hands?
thing. I'm in VR. I got a
No
VR headset on.
fucking way.
Yeah,
Whoa.
so basically, like, we're trying to do this full thing where we're trying to give agents like a huge upgrade and have them be able to do things that basically humans can do in virtual worlds and stuff like that. And the first step of that is getting the Eliza agents into what we currently have
Whoa. So this is like VR chat on like crack.
on like Crack, yeah. And
yeah,
on the
VR
web
chat
and
was a huge
completely open.
inspiration, and like a lot of the stuff that we've done was like maybe it exists in VR chat, but it doesn't on web yet. Like I don't think there's any other 3D web platform that supports VR. Like they call it IK, but inverse kinematics is basically what is letting him move his arms right now and stuff like that. And no one's done it on web before us, like in production and stuff. So we really like VR chat for sure. We just want to like make it more accessible.
Not gonna lie, when you were like, let's do the interview in Hyperfy, I was like, oh, this is gonna be like so fucking gimmicky and cringe. This is sick. What's your relationship with Shaw? Like, how do you guys know Shaw?
Shaw's a good friend. I met Shaw like probably 3 or 4 years ago in like the back rooms of coding Discord servers. He's a great guy. He's just literally that guy that can kind of whatever he chooses to do, he can like, accelerate it basically, which has been really cool. And to watch everything that he's done, and I'm really like happy to see what he's doing with the AI16Z, and he seems really like stoked to be working on the future of that kind of stuff, you know?
Sick. Yeah, Shaw's the man. He's a goat for connecting us. I will say it was pretty impressive how easy it was to do this. You said 15 minutes. It took 2 once I could figure out the URL thing. I guess my question for you, like more broadly, is the metaverse narrative did kind of get one-shotted in like 21, 22, just because there was so much money wasted and raised on just like complete and utter bullshit. And there was not very much of this, and just a lot of like, trust us, we will build X. And then I
Yeah.
mean, you guys basically had like 3-4 years where nobody was paying attention anymore to just build and build and build and build and build. Like where I don't know where do you see this going? Like, are we now finally at a place 2025 where metaverse
Yes, I
is
mean,
like we're back? It's come full circle. The pendulum swung.
I think like what happened was that essentially people overpromised things and printed. I tweeted about this the other day. I'm like, I think there's a lot of companies out there who just took advantage of what people are actually trying to do, and basically like overpromised and just underdelivered. And I think for the most part, like I've been doing this for years, and this is just kind of what we want to do. The other thing that I think is that a lot of people are trying to build something that they can own, something that they call like the virtual digital revolution, but that they own it somehow. And I think that's been kind of like being one of the biggest turning points, and one of the reasons that we launched the token Hyper is that we're taking, so like for the last year we've been redoing all of the tech that powers what we're in like right now, and it's way better. Like it's like going to be insane. And we haven't shipped any of that stuff yet, and it's just been, we've kind of like been working for like a year doing it.
Whoa.
And now we're moving towards this new like thing where essentially instead of us just creating this and keeping it for ourselves, like we want to release it to the world and let everyone kind of like own it
Wait, what
themselves
do you mean by
and
what do you mean by
be
that?
able to do that. So right now this is all proprietary tech, right? Like
Uh huh.
this whole thing is private code. No one can see it, no one can steal it, no one can do anything with it. But I think that's kind of like the wrong way to look at it. I think what we really should be doing is creating the foundation for what like the virtual online digital world is meant to be like, and giving it away for free so that everyone can just do that. And I think like especially in people in Web3 and crypto, like the values are things like permissionlessness, having like your being able to own your data, like getting away from these walled garden companies who want to like basically sell your data and do all that kind of stuff, and move towards like this future, you know, where we're working, especially with crypto, when you're trying to like debank and like you know move towards just a better world that kind of benefits everyone and lets people do whatever the hell they want, really.
So what do you think once you get to that sort of like open source approach, like what is this just like hyper accelerate? Like what happens then?
I'm not sure how many people, like normie people, would understand what WordPress is, but it basically powers 60% of the internet, right? And like everybody uses it. It's a content management system. It powers like everything. People use it for blogs. They use it for anything, really. It's super extendable. You can do whatever you want with it. We're kind of trying to like, I think where this is going, and as soon as we start thinking about trying to do this in an open way and giving away everything that we're trying to do, is that we're essentially creating this new foundation. Like we're creating the foundational tech for digital worlds and immersive spaces, especially on the web. And I think that kind of unlocks this gigantic ecosystem where, because the code is open source and because everything is free and anyone can use it and anyone can do whatever they want, that we can start to see like all sorts of platforms emerging.
Whoa.
Where it's just, you know, like content, people selling content, people, marketplaces and stores and stuff like that. But I mean, also just being able to let people customize it however they want. If you don't like the way that something is, you can just make a few changes to the core and ship it that way.
So this is like the
whatever.
AI 16Z for digital worlds.
It's a good way of putting it. I mean, so we're currently like locked to Ethereum, right? The current V1, well, it was before we shut down the NFTs and moved to a token. But what we're trying to do is be like completely multi-chain. Like we're shipping a foundation with no kind of like foundational thing on what chain it's going to belong to. It could be Web 2, it could be Web 3, it could be multi-chain, it can be whatever you want. And we'll kind of like we'll help people with that by creating things like plugins so that your world can be Solana, your world can be Ethereum, you can do whatever you want, really. And worlds can fully connect and interact.
Question for you is
however
like, first of all, I love that AI 16Z for digital worlds. That shit is sick. If so, like if you were like to support Solana, for example, like what would that allow somebody to do in?
Well, yeah, you gotta look at it like this. It's like the reason Eliza is so cool is because if anyone wants to use it for their specific purpose, they can build a plugin for it because it's extensible, and then they can create a pull request to get it like implemented in the official GitHub repo or whatever, in the official code base. So that like what would change from this is like Ash has to implement Solana, right, in this current version. But what we would like for it to happen is that anyone, like if there's just a Solana nerd or whatever and they want to use Hyperfy, they just like build whatever they need themselves, and then if it's like generic enough, they like get it implemented in the main code base and stuff like that. So people can just it's just more about like if there's someone who wants it for any particular reason, that they can implement it, you know. It's not like locked, like doesn't have to go all through Ash and stuff.
Yeah, for example, Sari keeps telling me like he wants fucking to do like first person shooter games and stuff like that, and I'm like, yeah, we can do that kind of stuff next. That's the kind of thing that's kind of open for whatever you want, really.
Huh. That is so. Do you think so? You're integrating Eliza agents and focus on that right now. Do you think like all blockchain IP is gonna basically want to be integrated into this? Like, how is that gonna evolve?
We already kind of had that with V1, right? Like, especially in the Ethereum world, a lot of projects built worlds and held events for their projects, like their NFT collections and stuff like that.
Are people using this thing? Like, what's it being used the most for right now?
We had
mostly like live events and DJs, I think, is probably the most popular.
Yeah, podcasts, live events, hanging out, whatever.
This is fucking cool. It's nice to just like.
I'm pretty sure Buffalo is DJing right now, like in some other world.
Really?
Yeah. So, yeah.
It's nice to just like come onto some shit that works. Sorry, go ahead.
No, so Jin is like secretly here right now in the background, like moving around these pictures and stuff
Oh, no
because
way.
we have like live editing, and that's like I
He's in
think
the
he's
room.
just trying to troll people. But yeah,
Huh.
Jin's our biggest power user, and he's built like a million places. And honestly, like there was a period like I don't know 6 months ago or more where it was basically Jin and Shaw who were trying to do this, like make this open source with Ash because Shaw is like his everyone has their own things that they want out of like these immersive platforms. For me, it's like games, whatever. For Jin, it's like places like workspaces, and I think it's similar for Shaw's. Like he just wants to like work with people, but like
Yeah.
feel like they're present rather than they're just in Discord chat and stuff. So they 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 were already like kind of trying to do this before, but
So a bunch of people in chat are asking when V2.
So it's something we're doing now. So the last like year or so has been building the next tech for V1. And that was with the V1 model, but now we're trying to do like open source, fully self-hostable world.
Okay.
So we built the tech. We're now just like quickly trying to like scramble to get the V2 alpha out, and I think like we're gonna get something out like within the week,
Whoa.
which will let you like run around and shit and have an avatar and whatever. But all of these like interoperable apps and stuff like that, the core tech for that is a step up from what we have in V1, and we just want to make sure that we get it right for V2. But it will happen pretty. I think most of the core is in there actually already. It's just kind of like hooking it up, and I think once we start getting things out, it's going to move really quickly and really fast.
So you guys are shipping like really fucking fast.
bro, we've
I
been
just want to
shipping,
see this
not even
to
getting
exist.
paid. Like we didn't take any money from these NFT mints. Ash's
Really?
been working full time job. Yeah, we literally like just build. Like the way we met Shaw and Jin is a Discord called Metaverse Makers. It's M3. So we were just kind of like doing this stuff, and like Ash came in one day, and he's like wanting to build something for real, and we just like linked up and just because like the reason I can just do this stuff without getting paid is because I trade and I just use that money to live and then I build and stuff. So that's kind of we just like really want to see.
So you guys have just been like locked in
Yeah.
building this shit, not making any money. When Metaverse was,
It
everyone
needs
was
to
like,
exist,
Metaverse
man. The
is
world
cooked.
needs this stuff. People keep trying to like basically build similar things to what we're doing. One, I think we're already like freaking billion miles ahead. But two, I think people are still trying to own it, and I think that's the key change. Is that people are still trying to own it. If you look at like most of these things, they're just too hard to use. The ones that are open source, you can't figure out. Like they're locked behind the three people at the company who fully understand it. I think it's just kind of like it just needs to be out there and open and free, and like we can kind of lead the way there. And we have no VC or anything like that. We don't.
Really?
We're not fully like diluted or anything like that either. So we've just been doing this fully organically.
You just like self-funded this
and-
entire project?
Yeah.
What?
Yep. It's a passion project, man. Like this is just the kind of thing. Like, I belong to the group M3 that Jin runs, and we're just a bunch of like hackers and people that just want like the best tech to exist and in the world. You know. what I
Holy
mean? Like,
shit, dude. So there isn't fucking 9 figures of VCs ready to dump on my face right now?
nah.
Wow.
Yeah, we gave an airdrop to our NFT holders because they're like some of the most realist diamond hand people on earth. Like they just held those things for years,
For like 3
You
years.
could-
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of them were really nerds, like who just wanted to hang out and build stuff. And so I think we got like a really cool community who really likes what we do. So they are the ones who benefited the most from this, really. But
Who?
we're happy about it.
Is that a grifter, by the way?
Yeah. So
Dude,
the people
it
who
looks
made this
so
place,
fucking good. Who made that?
yeah. So the people who made this room we're in, they're called Polygonal Mind. They shut down, but they also like hang out with us all the time in M3, and they're super good 3D modelers and stuff. I think they did Bake. I don't know if that's like I'm allowed to say that. I don't even know. Sorry.
No, you're allowed to
But
say
like
that. You're allowed to say that.
they've done
I say
they've done a
Basie.
lot of. They what?
I say Basie, but you're allowed to say Bake.
Oh yeah. So yeah, they've done a lot of avatars. I think this was like I don't know, just some drop they did because the X copy was CCO, So I bought the NFT. And one cool thing we did like a few years ago is we made it so if you own an NFT and it has like this thing called a VRM URL in the metadata, there's a backpack that you'll see at the bottom of your screen, and it automatically pulls those NFTs, and anyone can make them like permissionlessly. So we like between our worlds, we have like interoperable avatars via NFTs, so you don't have to drag around files and stuff like that.
Yeah, we don't create the avatars that people use in this world. They can bring whatever the hell they want. Yeah.
Yeah, so Polygonal Mind was really good with that. They all their avatars have like the file in the metadata so that we can automatically pull it and people can use it seamlessly. And you can also use it on other platforms and stuff. So that was like our biggest thing at first, was just interoperability between assets and stuff like that. And like these hats that he's putting on right now and stuff like that, you can like take between worlds. The code that you make and deploy onto this platform, you could take between worlds. And
Whoa.
we like that theme. We want everything to be tangible. And,
That
like,
seems
you could
important,
take-
by the way, to be able to do that. That feels very important.
Yeah,
of the things we didn't-
we think it is.
One of the things we didn't really touch on is like where we're trying to go with the agent thing. And I think it's kind of important. So, get my hat, my AI 16.
Also, I think I got lost. How do I come back?
Just walk through the wall. I think you're over here.
Oh, I think it
Yeah,
was-
Jin turned off the walls so that he could like fly around in the background.
Oh, I got lost in the shift. I was wondering. Oh, this is so sick. I'm in like space right now. Oh my god. All right, I'm back.
So one of the things we're trying to do is like really get we're going to get agents in here, but one of the things you see a lot of on Twitter and stuff is people trying to put agents in virtual worlds, and I think like the first step is what people are doing currently, which is kind of just like an NPC or a chatbot, almost like you just go up to the guy and you get like a little chat window and you can talk to them. But something that we're trying to like bake into V2 and something that's it's kind of already been started, but we're still thinking about like what like the end goal here, which is essentially trying to get agents to be able to act naturally and do whatever they want in a virtual world. So like instead of just walking around like an NPC in a game, we actually want to give them the ability to do everything they want, use everything in the world. So like if you had a virtual production set up in your world, you could make the avatars move the cameras around and like do everything for you and figure that stuff out.
Whoa.
And the way we're going to do that is with this concept that I'm calling semantic worlds, which is kind of like the semantic web, if anyone knows what it's like. I don't want to go into technical details, but it basically means that like the worlds are machine readable and machine understandable without kind of needing to somehow infer it from looking at a screen or something like that. So
Semantic world.
they'll be able to like on their own accord enter a world. So if they see a link on Twitter, like if you've got an agent and it's on Twitter, it's on Discord, and somebody shares a link to a veto of one of our new Hyperfire worlds, the agent themselves can decide whether they want to join that world or not, and they can do it by themselves and figure it all out.
Wow. Also, Redwood Bag 10 gifted is insane. Thank you, bro. How? So what's the timeline gonna look like for these agents, and like how? Yeah, like how long, and like what is it gonna look like when they are like when that's like fully incorporated?
So we got a V1 coming like really soon. I think I retweeted a pull request to the Eliza OS GitHub repo. So the code's there for that side. And we've half done like the front end for a V1 Eliza app, which basically lets you connect it to your Eliza agent server. And that'll give us like the basics. And I think we just refine it from there. Obviously, V1's not going to give us that ability to fully interact with the world because we need the semantic side of things, but that's what's going to come in V2. So I would say V1 Eliza integration is going to come in the next day or two, and the V2 alpha release is going to come in within like a week and a bit, maybe, and then pretty soon after that, we'll have all of the app infrastructure for like interactive objects and stuff that'll go into the core. And then straight after that, we're going to be doing like all the agent stuff.
Damn, bro, you're fucking shipping, dude.
It's good.
What the
it needs
fuck?
to exist.
How big is
That's
your
how
team?
he is, bro.
Go
You
ahead,
ever
go
heard
ahead.
of a 10x dev before?
Yeah, but explain it.
That's Ash. Like he's actually crazy. Like people joke about being
And
autistic, but like
what's funny is that I'm now like super empowered by AI because like I use AI all day, every day for work and personal shit, and like just it just accelerates me to get things done. It's ridiculous. The world that we live in right now is absolutely insane.
So dev is like hyper based, is what I'm hearing. Actual 10x dev.
yeah, he's crazy, and he's in touch with the crypto people too. I've like forced him to join some of my like Telegram chats where people just post stickers all day and stuff, and like I feel like that's an
Yeah, I
important
gotta
part
stop
too, because
trading, man.
but
It's
it's
too addictive.
important for people for devs to like kind of understand the culture. I think there's a lot of devs who just like want to take advantage of it and stuff, but
Okay, so one of you
he's
is
got
is like actual cracked 10x dev, and the other one of you is just like cracked trading meme coins all day. It's like the craziest combo of all time.
Yeah, Sari's insane. He goes deep, man. The conversations I have with him are ridiculous. I don't understand half of it. I'm learning though. I
I'm not the best trader ever, but I've been doing it full time
think you
for
do
like
all right.
4 years, you know.
Oh,
So
I have to ask, why does the Epic Games founder follow the Twitter?
We can't confirm or deny anything. But no, I mean honestly, I think it makes sense for him to be like checking out what everyone's doing. Um and just understanding how all of that kind of stuff works, you know.
I think people like thinking about web as the future, because it's like still like there's a lot of improvements happening all the time and not like a lot of cool games on here, but like people have remade World of Warcraft almost like on web, and not many people know about it. And I think that like this is kind of a direction that a lot of smart people are interested in, and I think there's probably a lot of opportunity there. So
Yeah, for sure.
How big is your team?
it's just us.
And you just us are building all of this fast.
It's really not. So if you think about it, we're really building the tech that does all of this stuff, and I think most of the things that we're surrounding us that kind of make us look really freaking good are the community of creators, right? Like the
Holy
stuff that
fuck.
exists in Hyperfire is absolutely insane, and I think that kind of like there's a synergy there where we create the tech and they create the content, and it just like turns into this amazing thing, you know?
Yeah, and it's just us, but like people like Jin and even Shaw, they've been
Yeah,
around like helping us forever, and all the
yeah, for
people in
sure.
M3,
We wouldn't be
I,
anywhere
yeah,
without M3 and the
L-
community of Hyperfire builders at all.
like
There's
that's
no
who
way.
made that Peter Griffin avatar today. Is like
Yeah.
just my friends who I just
Because I
begged.
told you
I
that I wanted
told,
Peter Griffin.
yeah, I told Jin that I'd give him one-on-one ASMR if he builds it, and then he did. So
Bro, just us is the most insane fucking thing. Alright, what about going back then, this the community's cracked too. I guess going back then to like sort of the open source like going in that direction. Like what are you encouraging people to build? Like because there's probably a fuck ton of devs that are listening to this that are like, oh shit, this is really cool. I want to be part of this community. Like, what are you encouraging people to build? What do you need people to build? Like, how do you want other crack devs to like get involved?
So we're really giving people like the foundational tech, and I keep saying that a lot, but I think it's worth reiterating, is that the foundational tech means that a lot of things can be built on top of it. And for example, we've talked about so many different things that we wanted to do, like for example, creating this platform that does pump fund worlds. So you basically create like a world or a live event or what something that is like memeable or whatever, and you get people to come visit it, and it's like worlds on a bonding curve, which I think would be really freaking cool and
Worlds on a
amazing to
bonding
see
curve.
what can happen there. Yeah. That's like Sari's idea. Came up with that a while back, and I was
Explain
like,
that.
yeah,
Explain that a
that's
little bit more.
well, it's
all
just
right, well,
this is just one of the ideas, right? Like,
yeah,
get to it.
I don't know. I think like a big reason that Eliza went viral is because anyone could like spin it up real quick and make a token with it and make some money. So that's kind of like what I'm thinking about with Worlds, because I've seen people make like there's a platform called OnCyber, and like I'm in the trenches all the time, and I've seen people make tokens of galleries on OnCyber, and I started to be like, oh, maybe they want to like mess around with that or whatever. And we at one point were like Ash built like a whole Minecraft world thing that we were gonna do like bonding curves on, and like the more people join, the more it expands, and they have their own stuff. But we're probably just gonna build everything on top of this rather than make something like just designed for a specific game. You know.
The thing is, people are going to be able to build this kind of stuff on top of the tech. So, like when I say bonding worlds, like worlds on a bonding curve, I also mean that either we or other people can do it, and they can do it permissionlessly. I think people are going to build like platforms that you can one click have a world and set it all up and do all the things that you need to do. And it can just go from there. There's like marketplaces and things that people can build on top. And most of the time, like I think the community is going to take the reins on that. And I mean, like it's kind of an entrepreneurial opportunity. But if those things don't get built, but they want to get, like people want them to exist, we'll probably figure out how to make that happen too.
Worlds on a bonding curve is fucking lit. Do you think you get to a spot where the sort of like what's happening with the AI16Z community, where like the dev flywheel is so cracked and insane that you get such distance advantage behind anybody else trying to build a similar community that you kind of just like engulf everything and everyone just comes to build on top of what the foundation you've already set?
I think digital world, like online worlds and stuff like that, kind of encompass everything online, right? Like you can use them for anything. You can make games, you can make shops and shit, you can make NFT stuff, you can do live events, it's like for anything. People use it for virtual production, making videos, making content. You can make music and stuff like that in here. We had pianos and stuff, by the way. I should have dropped a piano in here. You could like run around and push the keys and stuff. But yeah, I think it's like, that's what I'm saying, like it's foundational tech. We can use it for anything, and it kind of feels to me like it encompasses everything.
Why did you wait so long to drop the token?
Bro, I'm pretty sure I told him to drop one in like 2022. Like,
yeah, he probably
I tried
has
really hard.
Too. He like, yeah.
Because I used to like, I came up with like Yearn Finance, and I was like working for them a little bit, so I knew that like a DAO would work with the open source thing. We weren't on the same page with like open source, I don't think. We just had to wait, you know, live and learn, let things play out. I think it worked out.
The timing fucking worked.
Yeah.
I think it was more about just trying to be careful. I think, to be honest, like for me personally, it was just trying to be careful about what we do and what we give out. And I think there's just a point where it's like, no, my brain set was wrong, and everyone was telling me the opposite. Yeah.
That's why I had to get him in the trenches too, like in these Telegram chats, so that he saw what the people wanted.
No, it's actually so based that you're in the trenches, bro. I guess like the last sort of click on the AI16Z flywheel is like, I'm curious if there's anything like major takeaways or anything you like have sort of stuck onto of like watching Shaw build this just like cracked out dev community flywheel, because it's been pretty insane to see that play out.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'm super proud of everything they're doing, and like I think Shaw's going to take AI16Z and ELIZA OS too. I still think we're really only just getting started in that kind of area. You know, it's kind of, it just goes and goes.
What do you think this looks like when this is like when we're 6 months down the line, a year down the line, and there's way more devs involved, there's way more people building worlds? Like how do you see like what we're looking at right now evolving?
I think because we're like a first mover in this space, and especially like what we're trying to do and the tech, there's no reason why we aren't like the de facto standard thing that can get people going. I mean, it's not like other people could. I'm not saying no one's like smarter than us, like they could all do it as well. But I'm saying is like, I think that the tech just needs to be in the right, like, it needs to be easy for people to be like, when I say like anyone can build worlds, I'm not talking about people who are just creators or people who are just developers. I'm talking about like anyone. Like if you were just some rando off the street who was like, I want to fucking throw like a DJ party or whatever, you should be able to figure that out by yourself and be able to do that. And I think once you kind of like unlock that for everybody, then like you know, anything can happen, and people will use it for all sorts of stuff. Things that we probably haven't even considered yet. And that already happened in V1, like Hyperfire. We saw people using it for all sorts of stuff that we didn't consider.
Damn. Not to
Who put these legs here?
Hey, how Like, can you stick your middle finger up and it'll register with the VR? No.
Nah, I haven't got hands hooked up.
Not to like talk about other, I guess, competitors, but you did bring up On Cyber. Like, I'm curious why I'm not having this conversation with On Cyber. Like, how it felt like some Decentraland, Sandbox, a lot of these projects were like had way more money and were way earlier. Like, how is it that you have been able to just like run through them? It feels like.
I don't want to like speak for them or
Yeah.
anything, you know.
We
and
can skip
they're
that one
very-
too if there's nothing like.
No, it's
tangible
cool.
there.
It's cool. I really like the founders. We've talked. I want exposure to whatever they're building. It's cool. I say like they released like a beta type thing for their On Cyber V2, and I've like played around with it and stuff. And the only thing that like or the thing that's like really different is like this is like a React based thing where that's like JavaScript class based. And there's a lot of like stuff you have to pull in. I don't know. I just think like when it comes down to it, it'll probably end up about like who makes the thing with the better user experience, and you know, whoever does it, it's cool. Like we're just gonna try the best so we can, you know. But they're good people.
Damn.
Yeah, it definitely comes down to like the UX. I think is if people can figure it out without needing to try, then they'll probably win the market easy.
Damn, guys, this is this. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know what to expect when you told me that we should do it in this environment. I was kind of, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit blown. I was like, ugh, fine. Like if they really want to, I'll do it. I guess. Like fuck it. This is
I'm not
fucking.
gonna lie, I thought it was a little bit gimmicky as well. I was like, man, I'm gonna put my VR headset on.
No, it's
so I can,
sick,
like, show
dude. This is
shit.
like really. I'm actually really glad that we got to experience. Stream got to experience it as well. It's like it's fucking smooth. It looks good. It's cool. It's cool to see Jin like throwing shit up in the background. I don't know. I feel like if there isn't anything major that I was supposed to ask that I missed, I guess as sort of like a sign off is like, what are you most excited about as far as what's coming, and then most importantly for all the people that are in this chat that are like, this is fucking cool. Like, how can they get involved? Where do they go? What do they do? How do they join the community? How do they become a part of this?
So we're going to open source really quickly, and I think like the best things people can do is just create content, and like they'll be able to do that really soon. Yeah, I mean, the code's going to be open source. People are going to be able to contribute if they want to. We already have most of the code there. There's not going to be a hell of a lot there, but there will be certain things that people will be able to work on, like creating plugins for cross-chain interactions if they wanted to do that. Things like first-person shooter controllers and stuff like that. And obviously, there'll always be ongoing improvements with trying to get this agentic embodiment, I guess, type thing working. And I mean, that'll go on for a while, yeah.
Damn. How like, if after stream I wanted to come in and like fuck around and build like a podcast room or some shit, like, am I able to do that?
Yeah, man, we can hook you up with a creator to create some 3D models or scene or anything that you want as well. But like for the most part, you'll be able to you could do all this stuff yourself. You basically, if you own a world currently, like you hit the tab button and you can just drag things around and
How
move
much
them
are worlds?
around and configure them and stuff like that. The mint is closed, like where we've moved to token, right? Like we closed down the mint. There's no way to mint anymore, and they won't be useful even if you like soon they won't be useful at all.
Okay.
I wouldn't
Okay.
recommend anyone buying them.
Okay. Say less. I mean, because surely I have to come on here on stream tomorrow and fuck around in it. Like, surely.
Yeah, well, yeah, we can hook you up, man. We'll figure it out.
Say less. Guys, this is sick. Thanks for fucking. I mean, you literally just launched yesterday, so I know your inbox has got to be insane. Thank you for.
I don't know how people like keep up with that stuff.
No, we just don't. That's the trick.
just
is
don't.
just
Okay, that's that
pretend,
the advice.
pretend it never happened, but respond to me.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome, man.
Cheers, man.
Thanks for the fucking time.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Message
man.
me
It's
offline
nice
if
to
you need
meet
anything.
That's really cool.
I would actually
Love
love
you
to come in here tomorrow and like fuck around with it and try around. So I'll shoot you a Discord. It's not urgent. And
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, man.
The fact that it's only you two. Yeah, go do what you gotta fucking do. You guys are great. Thank you so much.
Thanks, man.
All right, cheers.
Love
All
you.
right,
a lot.
appreciate it, bro.
Cheers.
I love my job. I have the best job in the world. I love my life. I love my life. I love it. I love it. I love my life. I love what I do. This is so fun. I love my job. I mean, that was so sick. Am I tweaking, chat? Am I gassing it, or that was like so fucking sick? Actually, am I gassing it? I know I have a bag of it, so I don't want to like get lost in the sauce. Am I gassing it, or that was like, I mean, they sent me a link of like, let's do it in here, and I was like, what? One click, worked perfectly. My hairline is not in shambles, bro. One click, worked perfectly. Like, good tech. That was fucking cool, man. You know what got me? By the way, they should steal my tagline. They should absolutely steal my tagline, AI16Z for Digital Worlds. Was that not sick? Was that not sick? Did I not give them the fucking tagline of the world? TG, you gotta get on the AILU train. Would be so hyped to see you when there's a pan. I don't know what that is. Did I not give them the tagline of the fucking century? Oh my god, thank you, Frank. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Frank. I've been in the gym crazy. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Frank D. Gods. Thank you. Thank you, Frank. Was it all online? Bro, that was in a fucking browser. That was in a browser. They sent me a link and they said, join this, and I was in. And I just, one click, equipped Peter Griffin. It was in a fucking browser, dude. I was in a browser. Was it fast? You saw me. You saw me like fucking around. There was zero lag. And chat, I was on stream doing it. Like, I ran that. By the way, I ran that environment I'm on OBS on stream. Twitch is live right now. I wasn't like some local offline environment. You were watching his mouth move in real time, no lag. Now, mind you, I have a really nice PC. That was cool. That was really cool. Wow. I am like so. I just like. Man. It's just like, this is my job, dude. It's so crazy. I do this for a living. This is my career. You know what the best part about this is? You know what the thing about this is, chat? Is I like had this thought, and I was like, at one point the other day I thought about it, and I was like, are we optimizing for pure viewers, or are we optimizing for quality? And the reality of the situation, this chat, is like we are undeniably optimizing for quality, and all 429 of those people that were listening are fucking quality. It's pretty sick. So that's my quick take on that, just because I saw it. I don't know if I'm drinking the Kool-Aid or not. That was really cool. That was really cool. Like, I felt like that was really cool. It was engaging. It worked. The thing that gets me more than anything is like, because it's to be fair, it's still the same like concerts, digital stuff. But I think the unlock is the AI16Z of Digital Worlds. This is the take, is that, bro, when he said Digital Worlds on a bonding curve, I was like, oh, GG. GG. Done. Over. Next. Who's next? Done. Done. I am so just like. So I was around last cycle. Decentraland and Sandbox were fucking garbage. This is the thing. The only way this works, in my opinion, is if it becomes the biggest thing in the world, which is in the world. Relax, which allows other people to build on it. That's why Eliza's so good. It's like the agents aren't insane. The outputs aren't like nuts, but everybody's building them, so they're gonna get good. Is sort of my take. Like if you could convince like the other side to come build a game in their shit, because the platform is just that easy. Like that's where you have to go, in my opinion. I'm just like, I don't even know what to say to y'all right now, chat. So I don't know what to say to you, so I'm gonna just do the only thing that I know what to do, which is this. I don't even know what to say to y'all, bro. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Oh man. You still holding a go from one bill? No, I'm holding all of it. I rotated other bags into AI16Z. So wait, it's only one developer built on this, and there are teams of hundreds building the other metaverse? Correct. This is why I'm shocked. Actually, the most bullish thing that he said, I think, was that it's just them. I was like, what? Like, what are you talking about? It's just them. It's just us. What are you saying? What are you saying? That was nuts. I might swerve in that corner. Whoa. Bitch, hold on tight. I'm digging. And I heard that she wanted she be and I'm kind of fucking tonight. I'm just down. Your embrace that goes hard. I have the same one, you know. I'm just down for like a team that's gonna ship. As the market looks pretty good, actually, except for GOAT. Nice. Funny how that works, isn't it? Ooh, Zero doesn't look great either, not gonna lie. Alright. You want my take, chat? On both things? Alright, first of all, the hyper thing is sick. I'm into it. I'm very into it. I think it's hella cool. I have a big bag. I kind of wanted to sell it. I don't want to sell it anymore. That's number one. Number two, good Alexander. I don't even really know, like, what to say about that. To be honest, like, I don't, yeah, I still don't really have a proper understanding of what to say about good Alexander. I think I think the obvious thing here is like AI is way more capable than I give it credit for. And when he started talking about hallucination yield, I was like, oh my god, guy is unreal. I mean, that was unreal. The hallucination yield thing was crazy. So I think I have a lot to go do right now. I just like, can I be honest, chat? Can I be honest with you? I just like I get like really uncomfortable. All right, can we actually like have a therapy session? Can we? A lot of the people that are here for this speculation shit are gone. No one cares. No one cares. I'm actually down to get vulnerable real quick. If y'all are down. I'm actually down to get vulnerable real quick. Anytime. Thanks, Apewood. Like, I'm a very like driven person, right? Like, historically in my entire life, like I'm a hyper driven person in everything that I do. It's always been this way since I was like a young bull. Always in everything. But I never like have an answer as to why, other than like personal. Like I couldn't give you an answer as to why. For the most part, that wouldn't sound like it's straight personal gain. Like just to be honest, it's like I want to make money. Why? I want to have the biggest stream in the world. Why? So I have more influence. Why? I want to like talk to the biggest AI people. Why? Because I want to learn why. Like I kind of get like cooked at the why thing, and I've never like, I don't like have a good answer for like why do you do this, other than the fact that I like to do it, and it's fun, which is like a decent answer, I guess, but it isn't like a good enough answer if there's like a gun to your head. You know what I mean? Like it isn't. It's a good enough answer to like wake up tomorrow and do it, but it isn't a good enough answer if like someone's like, I'm gonna kill you if you stream tomorrow. And if it was like my life's purpose to streaming tomorrow, I would still do it. But if it wasn't, and I don't know how like what my response would be to that. This is like a long-winded way of saying when Alexander starts talking about never sell, and the only thing you should be doing is working on the thing that you will like never sell. Like your life's perfect purpose, basically, it like breaks my brain because I'm like, I don't know what that is. And he is like, he's found it. And like a lot of people have found it. And a lot of people be like, you know, my life's purpose is to like do this or do that. And whenever we get to this like never sell thing, like I don't have like a answer to it, to be honest. I really don't. I'm just being honest. Like even ask Ash Ketchum. I want to be the best, the very best, and no one ever was. But like, why? You know what I mean? And I get like stuck in this why like washing machine loophole thing, and I don't really know how to like deal with it. So when he comes on here and is like super articulate and like way more knowledgeable on a lot of this stuff, and then he basically says like, figure out that or like you're cooked. It sort of just breaks my brain a little bit because I don't like have an answer to it. I don't have an answer to it, and it's a little like daunting, to be honest. You're young, you'll know when you find it. It just takes time. Keep grinding at what you're doing. But here's the thing, chat, is the only thing that we don't have right now is time. Okay, so like I'm down for like the whole like, oh, you're young shit, but like there is no time at all. Thank you, Frank, for the gifted. I love you. There is no time. That is like the one thing that we don't have, actually. Boys pushing 30, bro. I'm 22. And then but it isn't even about money for me. Like, Ryan Hard, this 18-year-old billionaires. I know you're joking, but it isn't even like a money thing for me. Like what we did today, by the way, this talking to Good Alexander for 2 hours and then jumping off and talking to Hyperfy, you could like bury me, bro. That is like I could be so happy with that. Like that is like the greatest thing ever. But the thing is like you say time as if it's this like finite resource. But like Sam Altman just came on Twitter yesterday and said we've achieved AGI. right? And like, what does that actually mean? Unclear. But like, I think the biggest misconception right now is that like you have enough time to like figure it out. Like you don't really have time, in my opinion, at all. Like even like, bro, even like when I go home, like fuck, like I haven't been home in months. I go home, like my parents are getting older, like relatives are getting older, like there's family, you know, you don't see people as much. Like there is no time, chat, at all. There is no time. Fam, you're 22, worried about time, you're chilling, but I hate the age thing because it's like, maybe it is valuable, but there is no time. There is pure urgency right now. But my problem is like I feel the same just like gaping urgency that like Alexander comes on here and expresses, but I don't have a post fiat to like channel it through. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have like an answer to that. And it's like it's a weird thing because I think like I mean, let's just go max vulnerable then, I guess. Is like I feel like I'm in a sick spot right now. Like it's sick. My life is so sick. It's the greatest thing ever. I'm like so. If you saw me even 5 months ago, let alone 2 years ago, you wouldn't even recognize me, right? Like I'm grateful for it, and I worked my ass off for said spot. But it's like a weird thing, to be honest. It's a weird thing where I'm like super blessed, conscious that I'm blessed. But then you talk to someone like an Alexander, and it's like they feel the same urgency of like, holy fuck, there is this behemoth behind me, this Shoggoth behind me, and it's coming fast. And like, you have to fight against it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know exactly what the fight against it is. It's like I need to build a weapon to kill like this like monster, but like I don't know what its weakness is. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think Frank Diaz is grinding so hard, staring at memes, go 18 hours a day? He knows. Yeah, he does know. He's not stupid. So I just like say all that to say like maybe I was like being a little bit humor at the end of the Alexander convo, but like I really just didn't, I don't know, like I really just had no words to like digest it. Like I'm like genuinely feel like I just got one shot by ayahuasca, and I don't even entirely know why, because it isn't like he came on here and like said anything I didn't expect him to. Like I need to like go do some introspective like thinking about this, why that hit me so hard, because he didn't like come on here and say anything that was like particularly world changing or that he hasn't said before, or like he didn't like drop the God clip, you know what I'm saying, on us. He didn't like tell me Santa wasn't real, but just the way that he like speaks in like, I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. Like, he like broke my brain a little bit. I'm literally fried right now. I don't even know what to think about it. And then the time thing is crazy. He has purpose, man. And purpose like screams off of people. I dropped out of college. I went to 1 year of college, dropped out, and then here we are. He has like, not only does he have purpose, but he has like fucking like divine purpose. Like it's like ingrained in his like DNA as like he's so positive that he's right. And it's like really like, attractive isn't the right word, but it's like it's admirable. He seems so certain, and he's so certain in it that you almost like, you know when you talk to someone that is so convicted of something, and you think that they're retarded, and then you're like, wait, like no, he's like I really believe that he believes that. And then as enough time goes on, you you like question your belief of like, am I, like, is he right? Is he crazy? Am I crazy? He could just be autistic, but like that's a feature, not a bug, you know? So it's like when you talk to someone like that and they're like so positive about it, it's just like, man, it just like struck a chord in me, like in a good way, in a very good way. But I was like sitting here like I was really just like tensing up. Like I was like uncomfortable for part of it because I was like, oh my God, this guy is like, I don't know, like, am I glazing too hard? Like what? I don't even know what he said. Like, I by the way, for the record, I usually black out during these interviews. Like, I don't remember much. So, like, I don't know. Like, am I glazing too hard, or I don't know what it is. I'm trying to unravel like why that was so like cultivating to me. Do you rewatch your interviews sometimes? I hate to hear my voice. I really hate to hear my voice. You know what it really was, chat? That I'm jealous of, I would say, almost, is the real thing about him is how clearly he thinks. That's what it really was. It's how clearly he thinks. Like my mind is crazy, by the way. Like my mind is crazy. So it's like it's hard. Like I have to force myself to get into the flow state or whatnot, and then once I'm there, I can break stuff down. But it's really hard for me to. It is like a focus. I would say my tycoon is in like life is focus. It's my hard. It's my most difficult crutch, I guess is the word. It's focus. It's focus. It's focus. It's focus. And when I focus, I'm scary, bro. But to be able to focus is very difficult. And it's less than like attention span, but more like focus on an idea or a concept or a framework, and really like build it out. And when you talk to someone like that can go on a 25-minute tangent about 19 very complex high-level topics and tie it back and know very intentfully what you're trying to like get across, it's impressive. That is what separates the great speakers from the not, is like his ability. This is when we talk to Uber Mendez, when we talk to like even Michael Pack, when we talk to any of these guys, these like really adept traders that have made a lot of money, when we talk Flood from Hyperliquid, like they have very clear thought as to what they believe, why they believe it, and how they got there. And it's very A to B. And that is the part, I think, because I don't have that at all. At all. I'm getting better at it, but the way that I operate is crazy. Like I avoid things for days, then I jump in, I solve everything instantly, then I'm out of it, then I'm in or out. I'm 1 foot, I'm hot or cold for me, and I'm usually cold. And when I get hot, it gets scary, but I'm usually cold. And yeah, it is ADHD. I'm like absolute ADHD to the maximum, but it still is what it is. And so I have hyper focus or no focus, and usually it's no focus. So the reason I do interviews is because I can hyper focus on interviews. Like I can sit down across from this guy and like I don't take any medication for it at all. I refuse. I won't touch it. That stuff is fucking poison. I won't touch it. I will not touch it, bro. That shit kills me. I don't even know if we're like, this is like TOS on Twitch, but I won't touch that shit. I'm sorry. I won't. That shit. Yeah, no. Maybe we'll talk about that at a different time, but no way on that off it. And see, now I lost what I was saying. Oh, the reason that I do the interviews is because this is like the first thing that I found since basketball where I could like sit here in complete and utter focus for multiple hours on what someone is talking about. If they're more interesting than me and smarter than me, like someone like we could have sat here for 5 hours, Alexander, and not even like moved a muscle. And that I've never in my life experienced that since basketball. Like I can't even play a video game, chat. Like I can't even play a video game, let alone anything else. But this I can do. Like I can like really do this. And that's why I do them. So I don't know. I'm just thinking about that combo, and I was like, that was nuts. Just but I don't know why it was nuts. Is the thing. Like I still don't fully. I guess I kind of just said why it was nuts, but I don't fully understand why that like broke my brain. Like I wasn't doing a bit after where I couldn't speak to you. Like I just didn't have words to say. And again, it isn't like he told me Santa isn't real. You know what I'm saying? Like it isn't like I just spoke to Elon, bro. But you listen to a guy like that, and it's just like I don't know how do I process that conversation? Why do I feel like why did I have such like a response to that? I don't even know. I'm genuinely curious. I don't even know, honestly. But I'm like, we're still talking about it hours. I can sit here and talk about it for hours. You were just blown away with how much he's dedicated to something that his energy is mind-blowing. His energy is unreal. I gotta go meet him. I gotta get on a plane and go meet that guy. Like I think all operations have to stop until that happens. I have to. Like I don't know. I can't think of a single thing right now that would be more like important to my life than going to meet that guy. Right? Like at all costs. Am I off or no? With that, like I think you're just mega glazed. Maybe. But I'm like down to glazing is cool, bro. Like I don't know. The one thing Zoomers have wrong, in my opinion, is that glazing is cringe. I think glazing is mad cool. His writings are unreal, by the way. His writings are, if you want to go fuck with your brain, go read some of his shit. Yeah, I think it's the passion, but the clear thinking, man. It's so wild. Like I don't know. I've never. Yeah. I don't know, chat. What'd you think of the stream? Like, all right, there's a bunch of like regulars in here before I run this. What do you think of the streams right now? Like, are you enjoying the direction that we're going? It's pretty clear to me, if it's not clear to you, that we are turning further in the smart, intellectual, high level, fuck how many viewers there are. If you're listening, you have edge group. That's where we're going. I'm going to forget the viewers. If you listen, you have edge. If you listen to our streams, you have edge. That's where we're going. Okay? I promise you that's the direction. If you want, like, retard clips, I'm gonna try to do. I have made a conscious effort to do 2025 to do less streaming and more clear thought process theses. That's the direction I'm headed. I want to stream less and form real takes more is what I'm trying to do. That's where I think Thread Guy wins the hardest. That's where I think you win the hardest. I'm not gonna like reiterate why I think that you guys are here, but the answer is you're here because you want edge. You're here because you want edge. That's it. You're here because you want edge. And yeah, I know fucking Hyperfy is at multiple hundreds of millions, but it launched fucking yesterday. So before we rug. Well, who do you want me to interview? I'll interview whoever you want. Before you rug, what inning are we in? Before we rug, What inning are you? Are we before you rug? What inning are we in? Before you rug, what inning are we in? I agree on Sammy. Before you rug, what inning are we in? Okay. This is what I think. Is after a combo with a guy like that, you agree with we're not in a cycle, we're just in like the future. I think it's pretty clear to me, or increasingly clear to me, that crypto is vitally important, and that I am going to take way more profit into Bitcoin than I probably would have taken if I was in this spot last cycle for one. I think that's just like a general understanding of like, I am way more convicted on crypto than I used to be, even as someone that was full-time crypto. I think maybe I'm delusional, but there's no way that I could tell you that we're beyond second or third max. Like max. Absolutely max. There's no way that you could convince me that we're there. I think DM me the Jason Hedman thing, by the way. I think, yeah, like max is third, but I think second. AI is in the top of the first. You don't have to agree with me, but it is. It's in the top of the first. And yeah, AI is in the top of the first. Yeah, you missed Hyperfly. I'll post it on Twitter really soon. It was great. If you're curious, it was really good. AI is in the top of the first. I'd love some advice from someone really smart on where we should put our gains beyond crypto. Like, should I go to massive PC rigs from our computer? The problem is no one wants to give you that answer. This is the problem, is nobody is like willing to give that answer. I have yet to get an answer on that from anybody about anything. You know, my dad's old school. My dad's old school and is like, you know, put it all in fucking dollars. But I'm like, how would I do that? I can't do that. I don't know what to do with it, to be honest. Mark and Jason will be wild. I'm working on it. So I don't really know. I don't have an answer for you on that. Gold maybe, like, yeah, maybe. But then it's like, if the answer is gold, then like, what are we doing with Bitcoin, you know? I don't know. Real estate maybe. Like, I don't know. I don't know enough about real estate, to be honest. I don't have a take on that. If that's something if this is a topic that we're particularly interested in, I'm down to spend more time getting people on that can talk to us about what to do with the money that we make. Because we're going to make a lot of it. We just are. Yeah, maybe that is a top signal. But yeah, I mean, that was today's stream. 3.5 hours. It was I don't know. I had a fucking blast. What did we think of today? Hey, if you don't mind, run these clips up. By the way, run these clips up if you don't mind. That's the first one. Yeah, that's the best one so far. AI is more important than crypto. It's a banger clip. Run that up. Run that up, real quick if you don't mind. I'd very much appreciate it. Yeah, chat. I mean, we're look. I guess I'll sign off with this. This is where I'll sign off. We're in a weird time right now. I think. I don't think that you need to be like a genius to digest that we are in a weird time and things are weird, and Sam Altman's tweeting that AGI is here and everything is accelerating very fast. Trump's back in office. There's a government department called Doge that is run by Elon. We're in a very bizarre time, and it's only going to get weirder. It's only going to accelerate faster. and you're probably only gonna feel more uncomfortable. I can't really come on here and like tell you what to do because I'm still trying to figure out what to do myself. But I think all that you can do is, one, I'm gonna glaze myself here, but watch streams like this. Listen to, like, if you can't talk to the leading people in AI, then listen to the leading people in AI, which I'm gonna do everything in my power to get them on. Two is like, immerse yourself in it, buy the fucking coins, use fucking GPT to do your shit, like immerse yourself in it. And then I think 3 is just like, what I'm trying to do right now is just like accept what is about to happen and be ready to just like move, adapt. Like I think like we could do all the doomer takes in the world, but if you are somebody that is able to just pivot and not get married to any specific belief or way of life or way of being, and change when you've received new information, you're gonna have to do a lot of that. Like pivoting when you have new information is going to be like the name of the decade, in my opinion, 100%, because it's changing every day, right? So if you're able to do that, I don't think you have to be that smart to be successful in the new era. So that's my take. Stream tomorrow. Probably gonna be a more chill one. This was like a lot, like D-Gills and Main kind of deal. I'm gonna try to get D-Gills back, and we're definitely gonna get Main back if you all are down for that. And then we're gonna kind of rip it from there. But this was man, I am very grateful for you all. This was like my personal Super Bowl. You might not care about this one that much. This was like my Super Bowl. So I love you guys. I appreciate you. If there's anyone you want to hear me talk to, please message me on Twitter, message me on Discord, whatever, and I'll do my best to get to them. And fuck, man, I got nothing but to say other than thank you. You guys changed my life every day. You guys change my life every fucking day. So thank you. I love you. I'm rugging it. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.